JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Crown suffers another blow as defense lawyer blocks entry of gun into evidence. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. The prosecution in the One Don Gang trial yesterday suffered another blow after efforts to admit into evidence one of two illegal guns and several rounds of ammunition that were allegedly handed over to an undercover policeman by a former gangster were not tendered into evidence. The Ruger 9mm pistol and 32 rounds of ammunition were instead marked for identification after the judge upheld the defense's objection. The officer who has been testifying is a detective attached to the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch CTOC and one of the investigating officers in the case. The undercover policeman is the officer who the second prosecution witness said he gave one of three phones containing the conversations he secretly recorded of the gangsters after he became an informant. On Friday, the policeman was explaining the chain of custody of the firearm the second witness collected from a man during a visit to Jones Avenue, Spanish Town, St. Catherine in 2019. The cop, who was reportedly introduced to the gangster by the second witness as his uncle, said the weapon was in a black scandal bag. He then identified the man who gave the second witness the weapon as Rel Taylor, otherwise called Rel, one of the 33 accused on trial in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston. The undercover cop on Friday also identified another accused man, Joseph McDermott, otherwise called Papa, as the person who approached and handed over a drink bottle containing cornmeal and 32 rounds of ammunition to the second witness. The officer testified that after he collected the illegal gun and ammunition from the second witness, he placed them in a paper bag and handed the items to a constable for safekeeping at the Caymanas police station in Portmore, St. Catherine. The policeman testified that he again saw the items on April 1, 2019, when he took the items from the police station and carried them to the scenes of crime office. The items were then dusted for fingerprints, swabbed and bagged once more. According to the officer, he then proceeded to the forensics office, where he submitted the items for ballistics review and was given a receipt number. He, however, testified yesterday that he had not placed any identifiable mark on the 9mm, but had examined it and had noticed that it had the name Ruger inscribed on it and that the serial number was missing. The undercover lawman said he did not see the items again until December 18, 2020, when he retrieved them from the forensic lab along with a ballistics certificate. The officer was then instructed by the prosecutor to remove all the items from the bag and envelope in court. After doing so, the police witness confirmed that the gun and ammunition were the same items he handed over to the lab for testing. The prosecution attempted to have the items admitted into evidence. However, defense attorney Kimani Bryson challenged the tendering of the items, arguing that from the time the policeman received the items to when he delivered them to the forensics lab, there was a break in the chain of custody. The lawyer argued that the policeman was not in a position to say what happened to the items while they were at the police station. The attorney also argued that the break in the chain of custody may have resulted in the items being tampered with. Bryson is representing accused men Daniel Mackenzie, Owen Armsby, and Tom Rick Taylor. Trial Judge Chief Justice Brian Sykes agreed with Bryson, resulting in the items not being admitted into evidence. They were then marked as exhibits for identification. The ballistics certificate, however, was successfully admitted into evidence. The prosecution earlier this week encountered a similar roadblock when it tried to get the secret phone recordings of conversations between the gang members, and the prosecution's second witness admitted into evidence and had to re-strategize. The prosecution, in its new strategy, will be calling 4 police witnesses, which include the lead investigator. 2 of the 4 police witnesses have already completed their testimony, and so far, the prosecution has managed to get one of the 3 phones admitted into evidence. Meanwhile, the undercover lawman had earlier testified that he saw accused Rel Taylor on 2 other occasions after he allegedly gave the witness the illegal firearm. The officer said he saw Taylor on June 25, 2019, after Taylor was arrested during an operation by the security forces. 2 days after that, the lawman said he saw him at the Tambourine Farm Correctional Facility. The cop said on that occasion he informed Taylor that he was being treated as a suspect in an investigation. He cautioned the alleged gangster, but said Taylor said nothing in response. In relation to McDermott, the undercover lawman said he saw him one other time at the Tambourine Farm Correctional Facility in December of 2019. At that time, McDermott reportedly said nothing after being cautioned by the undercover lawman. Brian and the 32 other alleged gang members are being tried on an indictment with 25 counts under the Criminal Justice, Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act and the Firearms Act. The lead investigator will return to the stand when the case resumes on Monday. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.